Hello everyone and welcome back to Nancy Drew Trail of the Twister Part 5. In Part 4 we fixed the communications antenna, we talked to Debbie about the faulty GPS, we put together a transmission for Chase, and we found and returned the divining rod at the end of the last part. Let's see what we have to do now.
Did that. Check. Check.
Okay. We have nothing that we need to do yet. Let's go talk to Pa, I guess?
Well, if it ain't my favorite customer.
I returned the rod to the display for you.
Actually, you deserve more than that.
I don't know how much more we got just then. I guess we have to ask about this now.
I was just wondering, where's the Ma part of Ma and Pa's?
Ma? Oh, she's around, and running errands and such. She'll be in later. What else you need?
Okay.
Have a good day.
Y'all hurry back.
So, let's see. We need to call Krolmeister, don't we?
This is not the best place to make a call.
Oh. Okay. Well, let's, go back to the farmhouse. Whee! Wonder if we can make a call right here. Or if she's going to say the same thing because it's, raining. Nope, okay.
Nancy, good to hear from you. I've been watching the weather. Things look like they've been pretty rough out there. Glad to hear you made it through okay.
It was pretty intense. We would have gotten some great data, but...
You still got a saboteur on the loose. Well, what else is new?
Just out of curiosity, how many products do you make?
All of them.
Oh, let me see now. Krolmeister particle accelerator, Krolmeister salad cannon, well, the whole line of salad dressings, of course. And then there's, not a clue. A lot. Never took the time to count.
Do you have a favorite invention?
Oh, well, now that you mention it, no, not really. All the really good ones got done before I came on the scene. Would have liked to come up with something big like the clock or the car or the zipper. But that's the drawback of being a modern-day inventor. I'll be honest, most of the inventing I do is just gluing one thing onto another, like the phone radio or the thermometer pen. It's not exciting, but it's what the public seems to want.
Do you know why someone would want to lure mice into their house?
Is this one of those sound of one tree clapping in the woods questions? Never was much good at those.
No, someone actually seems to be luring mice into the house.
Sounds like you've got a reverse Pied Piper situation.
What's that?
Who knows? Just made it up. I'd keep an eye out for something like that, though. And get a cat.
Why are you so concerned about these machines?
Now, there's no such thing as something that is just a machine. Every Krolmeister product is a work of art.
Tell me about it. I couldn't agree more.
You're not a yes man, are you, ND? Yes men are dangerous. They get you thinking you're the greatest thing on earth, and the next thing you know, you're making the dumbest decisions that ever could be made.
I'm not. I was being honest.
All right, then. What did you think of the Krolmeister salad cannon?
It was a little too... powerful for the job.
Well, shoot. Add diplomacy to your list of skills, ND. And what else can I do for you?
I was wondering, why are you so concerned about tornadoes? You must have a lot of other things to worry about.
Truth is, I never have been one to worry, but darned if these storms don't have my socks twisted in a bunch something serious. See, Andy, most things in the world can be tamed, or at least tricked into behaving the way you want. Not weather. Ever since a tornado tore through my home, I've been obsessed with figuring out what makes those twisters tick. Pretty sure I built the machinery to do the job. That's why I need you to make sure nothing too funny is going on. Once I know I've made sure that no one else is ever caught off guard by a storm again, then I can move on to the next project. Until then, I just can't.
I didn't know you got hit by a twister. Was everyone okay?
Prudence Rutherford, she's the one who recommended I hire you, by the way, was over, and I'm afraid she took a pretty hard knock to the head when the storm came through so suddenly.
Prudence Rutherford? Are you two friends?
That is none of your business. But if you really need to know... Can you keep it together for 2 seconds? What was I saying? Oh, yeah, none of your business.
Alrighty.
Would it be possible for someone to sabotage a GPS device?
Of course it would. It takes a top-notch mind to put together something as complicated as a GPS device, but I don't need to tell you that. It's always easier to destroy something than it is to make it work well. Why do you ask?
My GPS went a little wonky and sent me right into a storm, and I don't think it was an accident.
I don't like the sound of that one bit, Andy. From now on, I want you reading maps, too. Like the old saying goes, trust but verify. I'm going to do some snooping on my end to see what kind of people you're dealing with out there. They might be worse than I suspected.
Thanks. Do you know anything about oil deposits in this part of the country?
Afraid I don't. Never gave much thought about oil, to tell you the truth. Dig a hole, make a fortune. I guess it's appealing for some people, but to me it's just plain boring. I'm more interested in making than finding.
Were you able to find anything out in your research on the team?
Aside from Frosty's impressive collection of unpaid parking tickets, nothing yet.
Nothing turned up about Scott or Debbie?
Let's see. Nothing too substantial. As you're no doubt aware, Scott's got quite the reputation as a crotchety old misanthrope. And, not surprisingly, that seems to have really affected his career. Everyone agrees he used to be the fastest rising star in the field, but those days are long gone.
Anything else about Debbie?
Not a thing but ambition. And you know that that's a slippery virtue sometimes. She wants to lead that team, but you gotta ask yourself, what's she willing to do to get what she wants? That's no small question to figure out.
Any idea why Debbie would be turning down better jobs to stay at Canute?
Andy, much as I love to help you with every small detail of your... Oh, come on, people! That's not even ours! Now, what was I saying? Was I lecturing you, or were we talking?
Talking. Technically.
Really? Let me go to the old playback. Can't expect me. Minus scrape, big crash. Nope. Afraid that's not how I remember it. All right, then, let me continue. Never mind. I can't even work up a good lecture these days with this crew. What can I do for you, Andy?
Can you tell me anything about Brooke Tavenaugh?
Now that's some good detective work. You want to make sure that we're not overlooking what's going on with the other team, am I right?
That's right.
Now, I don't know much about Brooke, except that she's pushing hard for that #1 spot. Very ambitious and very smart. A woman with that kind of talent doesn't need to sabotage her competitors, but that doesn't mean that she wouldn't. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes. I've enjoyed talking to you.
Anything you need, just give me a call.
Okay. Let's see. So we still don't have any new tasks. Let's call Frank and Joe Hardy. I didn't know we could call them.
Nancy!
Is that Nancy? You don't need to give me that look. It's a legitimate question. Maybe someone called and asked you to name your favorite detective. Oh, like it hasn't happened before. Hey, look. I bet you there is something good on the other side of those cobwebs.
Is this a bad time?
No, it's a fine time. We're just caught up in what we always seem to get caught up in anytime I want to go somewhere in a hurry.
You can't blame me for this one. All I said was there's definitely something fishy about this place. But I say that at least 4 times a day.
Vacation's not going so great, I take it.
Not so great by half.
Oh, it's fine. He's just mad we had to leave Paris without visiting the... What's that thing called? The big, boring, stolen stone thing?
Luxor Obelisk.
Yeah, that thing.
Why'd you have to leave so quickly?
Same old.
Hey, look, a hidden door.
Why don't you go check it out, Joe? Sometimes, if you give him something to do.
Definitely a secret door. Textbook example.
Okay, go check it out. What was I saying? You know what? No use in backtracking. I've got maybe 10 seconds before he butts in again to announce that he's found some secret lever or something.
You're not going to believe what's in here.
So what exactly did come up?
1 second we're in Paris, and you know the drill. Museum leads to clues, clues lead to the Romanov fortune. I'm leaving a few steps out, but...
I call it the mystery of the train trip.
Would you please not do that? It's embarrassing. But enough about us. What's going on with you?
You know P.G. Krolmeister, the founder of the company that makes pretty much everything?
I didn't know he was actually real. I thought he was more like actual astronaut, the Moonchunk spokesman. Or that cartoon pterodactyl that sells used cars. Wow, he must be 100 years old.
Hard to say. He's got more energy than anyone I've ever met. Anyway, he hired me because he thinks that someone is sabotaging some of his high-profile new storm detection equipment. He sent me out to storm country to investigate.
Now, why would anyone want to sabotage storm measuring equipment?
I wish I knew. If you ask me, well, I guess it's too soon to ask me.
Is there anything the two of us can help you with?
Well, when I first arrived, I found a mysterious unmarked box full of cash, but I still have no clue who it belongs to.
It's hard to say what that's about, but one thing's for sure. It's important.
Agreed. The fastest way to the bottom of any mystery is to follow the money.
It's a little hard to follow the money when it's just sitting in a box.
Well, then set it free or something. But you know what I mean.
I do. I just wish I had a little more to go on.
Don't worry, you'll get to the bottom of things. You always do.
Any idea why Chase would be acting so suspiciously about having oil on his boots?
Maybe he found a secret oil reserve and doesn't want anyone to know.
Yeah, but the chances of that are... Come to think of it, this part of the country, it's not completely out of the realm of possibility.
If he did find oil, wouldn't it belong to the university anyway?
Probably.
Well, it's not that simple. It depends on the state of the property deed. But say he found oil, and he kept it secret.
He might be able to buy the property for cheap and cash in on the oil. No wonder he seems so strange.
That is, if that's what's going on.
Right. I'll keep an eye out for more clues. Any clue why someone would want to sever a coolant hose?
If it's sabotage, it's not smart sabotage. It might be revenge.
What do you mean, not smart sabotage?
If it were me, not that I would ever do such a thing, I'd go after something a little harder to detect. Sure, driving without coolant will destroy a car, but the driver will get a warning before any real damage is done. It's more of an inconvenience than sabotage.
So you're saying that whoever did this probably didn't know a whole lot about cars?
That's my take on the situation. Does that help at all?
What do you mean when you say it might be revenge?
Revenge is... it's just never... Help me out here, Frank.
With what?
Weren't you paying attention? I'm talking to Nancy.
Hey, Nancy. Sorry. Oh, don't give me that look, Joe. In case you've forgotten, we're sort of in the middle of something here. No offense, Nancy.
None taken. So what did you mean?
Now I've forgotten what I was saying. Oh, yeah. Acts of revenge always make less sense than sabotage. But remember, every act of sabotage reveals the nature of the saboteur. Think about what type of person would behave this way.
That's very deep, Joe. Not extraordinarily helpful, but deep.
1 out of 2 ain't bad.
How's your trip going?
Turns out that trying to solve the mystery of the Romanov family is really, really hard.
Well, a lot of people have tried.
Now you tell me.
Actually, it's a shame you're not here. It's been a trying couple of days. We could really use you on the case.
Well, if you get stumped, you can ask me for help for a change.
We just might.
Do you know why anyone would want to attract mice into the house where we're staying?
Is this someone a cat?
Unlikely.
Then I have no clue.
Would either of you happen to know much about storm chasing?
Unfortunately, not much more than the next guy on the street. But to me, it sounds a little crazy. Why would you want to chase anything that's 100,000 times bigger than you and full of electricity?
Don't forget, this is some dangerous stuff.
I won't. I found some very interesting letters.
All right, tell me more.
Seems that Debbie's been turning down some pretty good employment opportunities.
All right, that's not very interesting at all. Continue.
It's getting there, trust me. It seems from these letters that Debbie expects to take control of the team soon.
All right, she's ambitious.
These go beyond ambitions. From reading these letters, it's clear that she expects Scott out, and soon. Not hopes he'll leave, expects him to be gone. Now, either she has some information that none of the rest of the team has, or...
Or she plans on pushing him off the team herself.
I can't get pictures of all the clouds that I need.
Don't forget that weather is always changing. The cloud formation you need could form anywhere. If you're having trouble finding a formation, you don't necessarily need to chase it down. Just keep an eye out.
Thanks.
That's what we're here for.
Okay. Do we have anything now? No. Let's go talk to Debbie.
Hey, Nancy. Frosty's got quite the unusual scream, doesn't he?
Well, he had kind of a good reason.
Oh, come on. Did you scream when you saw that mouse in Scott's office? No. He thinks he's so smooth. First time I heard him do that, I thought my little sister was downstairs.
I'll check back with you in a bit.
Have fun!
Okay, let's go call Scott. Not call Scott, let's go talk to Scott.
Yes?
I heard someone talking about some Brooke person. Who is she again?
Brooke Tabernaugh. She heads the chase team that in all likelihood is going to whoop our collective Fanny in the competition.
What's she like?
I don't know. Look, if it's all the same to you, I'd just as soon talk about something else, okay?
Pa tells me that you've been asking him about Brooke. Is that true?
Huh? No, that's not true.
Oh, maybe Pa's mistaken.
Exactly. I'm not the type to go after the personal lives of fellow scientists.
Right, but Pa did seem pretty certain.
You know, maybe you should spend less time talking to Pa and more time doing your job here, Nancy. Rich uncle or no, you have work to do. So do it.
Why don't you get a cat for your mice problem?
Cats? Forget about it. I'm deathly allergic to cats. Mice are annoying, but at least they don't leave me sneezing and short of breath.
Fair enough.
Do you remember that interview you gave after Ma died?
Nope. Why do you ask?
I read it, and it seems like a lot has changed for you over the last few years.
What's that supposed to mean?
You sounded much more excited about your work.
Yeah, well, that's the reality of life, Nancy. You don't honestly think life gets more exciting as you age, do you? Because it doesn't. Dreams fade, hearts get broken, friends get too lost in their own lives to call. Trust me, enjoy your youth while you have it, kid, because the downhill ride, it ain't fun.
That's not true.
Now I see why Debbie speaks so highly of you. Optimists of a feather. Tell you what, I'll admit that you just may be right. I hope you're right. I just don't think you are. Let's switch topics, all right? This has been a long enough trip down memory lane for the day.
Guess I'll get going.
Don't hurry back.
What is it that we can do here?
The TV's sort of broke. Sometimes if you hit it, it'll work. With the
Milan premiere only weeks away. We'll travel. Then we'll.
Is there not something we can do with the TV? Thought there was. Maybe that's later? And we can't do anything with the camera anymore now. Okay.
So, what's up?
Everything go okay on that chase I had to miss?
Yep, the sky was incredible. Saw a couple of promising wall clouds, but nothing ever dropped. Feel free to take a look at the pictures I just downloaded. They are awesome!
I've harassed you enough.
See ya!
I think these letters and numbers down here are going to be used later. Let's see. I guess we can go talk to Chase now. Is he in here? There he is.
Hey there.
How was the chase that I missed?
Oh, went pretty good. Didn't see any funnel clouds, but I managed to plant a sensor right in the path of a major downdraft, if you can believe that.
Was Scott there to see it?
He went in the base vehicle by himself, but he was real happy when he heard about that sensor. Yes, ma'am.
Here we go. Here's something interesting.
You've been spending all your spare time around here trying to find oil, haven't you?
What? Oil? Well, I've been doing no such thing. Where'd you get an idea like that?
I found the divining rod you took from Pa's museum. The one you left by the old spring house.
I should have known I wouldn't get away with it. Lying and conniving and sneaking around, they just don't come natural to me. My mama raised me just too right. See, I heard rumors there was an oil deposit somewhere underneath this here farm. I also heard the college was getting ready to dump the place, so I signed up with Scott figuring I could look for oil, and if I found some, try to get my daddy to invest in a little real estate.
Did you really think you could find oil using an oversized stick?
It ain't no stick. It's a divining rod. And the one I took from Pa's isn't just any divining rod neither. Used to belong to Charles Hamilton. It's that stick that made him the richest man in the state. My great-granddaddy saw it in action once. Saw it practically fly out of the man's hand and stick straight into the ground like it was being held there by some kind of magnet. The men started digging, and sure enough, they hit oil. And I found oil around here, too, a couple of times. Of course, when I started digging, all I ended up with were puddles. That's because of Scott. He's the one messing stuff up around here. He's a jinx. And that's the truth. Listen, I'm truly ashamed of my behavior, Nancy. I will apologize to Pa for taking that divining rod first chance I get. And I know it's highly unlikely, but should you and my mama ever cross paths...
I'll keep this to myself, but you've got to keep being honest with me.
You got a deal. You know, come to think of it, I guess I can't rightly say all the bad stuff that's been going on is just bad luck. Like when I checked out the lightning rod on the farmhouse to see why Scott's phone blew up like that, I discovered something kind of strange. Instead of being wired so any lightning that struck the house would be directed to the ground, this here lightning rod connected to the wiring inside the house.
Someone wanted that phone jack to explode?
Or the TV, or the fridge. Someone just wanted to do some damage.
But you're sure it was wired that way on purpose?
Either that, or this thing was put up by the world's dumbest electrician.
I'd better get going.
Adios.
Okay, have we gotten anything? No. see what happens if we try to go back downstairs again. No. I keep thinking that Debbie's gonna tell us that it's time to call it a night.
Hey, thanks for fixing the phone. You didn't miss much on the chase.
You didn't miss much around here either.
Well, that's the breaks. Hey, you know, since you're so good at fixing things, why don't you fix the TV? I think we've abused it enough. It's not getting any picture.
There we go.
I'll check back with you in a bit.
Have fun.
Okay. Whoa. Okay, so this is where we need to have the red colors and then the green and the blue. Oh, okay. So that one's not right. We need to have a red one here and a red one here. Oh, wait a minute. What am I? Oh no. What's going on? It's turning the... Oh. Wait. There we go. Okay. So now we have a red one here, and a red one here, and the red one here. So we're done with this knob, I think. Hold on, let's check the green. Nope, we're not. We need a green one here. Let's see. So we need a red and a green together. But then we also need a red up here. Okay, wait a minute. This is showing red, and this is showing green. But then we need a blue in this spot here. So I guess whichever gives us red, green, and blue. Okay, let's try that. Okay. Red, green, we have a blue, so that's green, and then, nope, we need, wait, okay, we have a green here, and a blue here. Right here it shows green, and then here it shows red, so I guess either one, as long as the blue is there. Then we have a green here. Okay, now I think that one's done. So now we're on the second ring. So red needs to be here. Yeah. Let's go ahead and put a red there just to have it there. And a blue needs to be right here. So blue, red, and a green right there. Okay. So green. Okay, blue, green, and red. Okay. Blue, green, we have the red. Now, down here, and this one right there needs to be a red. Or blue, or no, it needs to be a red. And right here needs to be a blue. And then over here needs to be a green. Okay, so we have this top part, but we don't have the bottom. So... okay, we have this one. We have a blue. But we need a green here. We need the red there, and blue and green. Okay, let's see if we can move this a little bit to get everything we need. Okay, let's see what that did. There's the blue, the green, the red, the blue, but we don't have that blue, or the green. Okay. Let's try this again. Have we already done this one yet? Let's see. The blue. Let's see. Let's just go by colors. We got a blue here. That one's right here. And then there's this blue right here. And this blue right here. Okay, right here. We don't have a green. We have to have that green there. And then we need a red here. Okay. Blue, green, red, blue. That needs to be blue. Let's move on to the center circle. Okay. Just for a minute. Let's do this by color. We need a red here, there, and here. So right here, this center one, this one, and this one. So we've got one here, one in the center, right here. Oh. Well, did we have it like this too? No. Okay. So now let's look at our green. Okay, we're already off because the green needs to be right here. Oh, green or blue. Okay, we're still off because we have a red right there. Okay, what did this do? There's a red. That needs to be a red. Right? Yeah. So this one needs to be green or blue. That one needs to be green or blue. That one needs to be blue, and that needs to be green. Okay. That's blue. That one's blue. There's the blue. There's the green. And then that needs to be red. Oops. Okay. Blue. Green. That needs to be... Okay, let's just focus on all of this just by color and start over. Let's try that. Oh, okay. So then now let's do green. Okay, so the way that we were trying to do it before was never gonna work, I don't think, because then now we have to move these again to match for the green. Okay, and now the blue. There we go.
Recent storm footage shows a clear fire cloud.
Oh.
That's the footage from Frosty's camera. I'm sure of it. It did record after all.
I think it's a lost cause, Nancy. It's permanently broke. Bummer.
Oh, well, interesting.
Did that.
That was interesting that we did capture the footage, but it was given to somebody else. With that information, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up today's video. If you all enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like before you go. Leave a comment down below, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.